Good evening, everyone. I am Soana Benjamin presenting EmoNews for May 18th, 2026. It is a beautiful Monday in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and we wish you a productive week ahead. Congratulations to the people of the Republic of Cuba and Dominica, as today marks 30 years of diplomatic relations. On to today's headlines. Dominica to host first ever edible flower festival in Girardel. Dominican students celebrated for outstanding doctoral achievements. Poker Run 2026 set for July 26. Nurses honored during Nurses Week celebrations at Marigot Hospital. And WHO monitors growing Ebola outbreak in Congo and Uganda. Stay tuned for the details of the news.
Tico, that's $800. Cash or card?
When cash is low, Tico is still ready.
Always card, Chalo. Would you like a copy of the receipt?
No, Chalo. NBD already sent me the alert and I'll see it on Mo Banking later. That is it. From card to farm. Power your business with the NBD Small Business Credit Card. Your partner, your bank.
First up in local news. It is graduation season once again, and Dominican students are being recognized for incredible work and major successes. Congratulations are in order to Dr. Al Alexis, son of Portsmouth business couple, who recently completed his doctorate in physics. His specialization in mid-infrared laser sensing highlights his exceptional scientific focus and dedication. Congratulations are also pouring in for Dr. Cashel Challenger of Bonn, who studied at the University of Mexico on a Government of Dominica scholarship and successfully graduated with the Doctor of Medicine degree with an emphasis in surgery. Another remarkable achievement comes from Dr. Shari Peter, daughter of Albert and Glenda Peter of Chance. Dr. Peter earned a Master of Science degree in chemistry in 2023 and continued on to doctoral studies, where she received several prestigious awards and fellowships, including the Chemistry 2025 Outstanding Graduate Student Award and the Elon Huntington Hooker Dissertation Fellowship. Also being recognized is Dr. Verena Charles of Lago Portsmouth, who earned her Doctor of Business Administration degree with a concentration in organizational leadership from National University. Dr. Charles became the first in her generation to achieve this milestone. Once again, congratulations to our Dominican students whose outstanding accomplishments continue to inspire young people across Dominica and demonstrate the power of perseverance, discipline, and dedication to higher education. And in more education news, Dominican student Naya Bell has made history by becoming the first international student to receive the prestigious Tiger 12 Award at Louisiana State University, LSU. The Tiger 12 recognition honors 12 outstanding graduating seniors each year who have made significant contributions to campus life, leadership, academics, and community service. Established as part of LSU's commitment to academic excellence and leadership, the award recognizes students who positively impact the university community and society. This year's recipients represented a wide range of disciplines and backgrounds from across Louisiana, the United States, and the Caribbean. Reflecting on her journey, Nia Bell said the experience that best represented her contribution to LSU was serving as Assistant Director of International Student Affairs within LSU student government. EmoNews extends congratulations to Nayabel on this outstanding achievement and for proudly representing Dominica on the international stage. And in more local news, the countdown begins as the Almond Deck officially announced Poker Run 2026, taking place on Sunday, July 26, right here in the nature island of the Caribbean. Poker Run 2026 promises to be an unforgettable fusion of boating, entertainment, lifestyle, music, and Caribbean energy, attracting participants from across the region for what is shaping up to be one of the Caribbean's most exciting summer experiences. From exhilarating rides across Dominica's stunning coastline to high-energy entertainment at Poker City, the event continues to grow as a signature lifestyle and tourism attraction that brings together adventure seekers, boating enthusiasts, corporate partners, influencers, and cultural taste makers from around the Caribbean. Last year's event delivered unforgettable moments, including the thrilling victory of the 2025 Poker Run champion, L'Experience, who walked away with the coveted grand prize of EC $10,000 after pulling the highest cards of the competition. Reflecting on the experience, Yasmin John of Team L'Experience shared that participating in Dominica Poker Run was about more than just competition. It was about family, camaraderie, and excitement that make the event unlike any other in the region.
Being part of the Dominica Poker Run presented by Almond Deck has always been about more than winning for Team L'Experience. Team L'Experience was part of the very first poker run with a team made up of friends and family. The participation was simply to have fun, socialize, and support an event that highlights the north of the island in such a positive way. Being part of Team L'Experience has brought us even closer together. We are more like family than teammates. We are always there for one another. It is safe to say the Dominica Poker Run presented by Almond Deck has become Team L'Experience's yearly family outing. Winning is great, but nothing compares to the memories, the laughter, and the bond we share. Now those are truly priceless.
Meanwhile, Josephine Ostry of the Almond Deck is encouraging interested participants, boat owners, crews, sponsors, and patrons to begin preparing and secure their registrations as anticipation builds for this year's staging.
Poker Run has become a Caribbean experience. It is where lifestyle, entertainment, tourism, and community meet. We are truly excited to welcome both returning and first-time participants to the event in Dominica for an unforgettable weekend.
Poker Run 2026 provides a valuable opportunity to showcase Dominica as a premier destination for marine tourism, entertainment, and Caribbean cultural experiences. Poker Run is not a race. Prizes are awarded for the best hand in the card game, not speed. Regional travelers are encouraged to make arrangements early, as increased visitor interest is anticipated leading into the event weekend. And in more entertainment news, Dominica is set to bloom with creativity and flavor as the island hosts its first ever Ediflow, Edible Flowers Festival. It will be held on Sunday, May 24th and Monday, May 25th in Belgommier, Girardel from 12 noon. The unique event, organized by Cooking with Daria, will showcase the beauty and culinary use of edible flowers through a variety of flower-inspired foods, drinks, games, and artistic displays.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Daria Eugene, the coordinator of Ediflow, Edible Flower Festival. It will take place this weekend, 24th and 25th of May, from 12 o'clock. The whole idea is to infuse our regular meals with flowers, okay? So all the foods that you are familiar with, we're going to incorporate flowers into them to create whole new dishes. We're going to have tier 1, tier 2, and general admission, tier 1, 2, 50, Tier 2, $150. Tier general admission is $50. And you come, everything is included in Tier 1. Tier 2, you purchase your food is also included. General admission, you pay for your food. And it's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to be new, it's going to be different, and we need the patronage of everyone. So please join in. Okay, so starting from 12 o'clock, you come in and you mingle. There'll be lots of different areas for photos. Everywhere's going to be highly decorated. So we're going to be doing our photos there. And then the exhibition will be opened from 12 o'clock. So you have the chance to go in and view the amazing display of art, antique and beautiful flower arrangements. Then we have activities for children. They will be wowed. You will be impressed by what we have in store for children. And activities, games, food, mingling with friends that you have not seen before.
Patrons can look forward to flower eats and drinks, flower games and activities, art, antique and flower exhibitions, as well as hands-on planting workshops for children. Organizers say the festival promises lots of fun for the entire family, while encouraging healthy living, creativity, and appreciation for nature. Tickets are available in 3 tiers, including all-inclusive packages and general admission options. Shuttle services will be available from Ruby's gas station in Castle Comfort. See you on May 24th and 25th at EdiFloor, Edible Flowers Festival. In other local news, as part of activities marking Nurses Week, the Dominica Hospitals Authority extended appreciation to nurses at the Marigot Hospital for their dedication and service to healthcare in Dominica. The Dominica Hospitals Authority, which oversees both the Dominica China Friendship Hospital and the Marigot Hospital, ensured that Nurses' Day celebrations and cheer were shared with the nursing staff at Marigot before the week concluded. CEO Dr. Kenneth Daru, Acting Matron Cindy George Maxwell, along with other nursing staff and managers, visited the hospital to personally show appreciation for the hard work, commitment, and care provided by nurses. The gesture formed part of ongoing efforts to recognize the invaluable contributions nurses continue to make within the healthcare system and the wider community. It was a night of celebration at the Olmer Cultural Center on Friday as art enthusiasts were treated to the first showing of the Return series by renowned Dominica artist Jacques-Claude Elias Nassif. Nicole and Carla Amo, the former a past employer of the artist and the latter a fellow creative, shared a touching reflection on the life and work of Jacques-Claude.
Elias is not simply an artist exhibiting work. He is part of a generation that helped shape a profound moment in Dominica's cultural awakening in the second half of the 1990s, what our beloved Dr. Orwin Bully once described as a renaissance in Dominica's visual arts movement. And this is something one feels immediately in Elias's work. His paintings do not sit still. They move between abstraction and memory, between geometry and intuition, between the visible and the ancestral. They contain echoes of printmaking, fragments of architecture, traces of script, textile, map, landscape, ritual. One senses crossings everywhere. And perhaps this layered visual language is not surprising when we consider the many worlds that inhabit the artist himself. Elias comes from a remarkable Dominican lineage. His grandmother, Mabel Sissy Corleroy Boyd, herself a guardian of Creole culture, is recognized as the mother of Dominica's cultural renaissance.
President of the Waitukubuli Artists Association, Michael Lees, was in attendance and gave his first take of the exhibition.
Today we're seeing a lot of different symbols being used to tell stories in different ways that like open up that interpretation. So when you can see it recurring throughout the month. So yeah, very excited. Very excited for that. Our artists can also open it up.
Other onlookers also gave reviews.
It's such a treat to be able to come here and see this art, local art. This piece I really enjoyed. Love the ship theme and beautiful use of colors. You got your sun and your moon in it, from what I feel. And I really enjoyed being invited out today. It's really
okay. So this is my favorite painting. I like the colors, and I can see because his theme is a journey or return. I can see like roads and all the different greenery and the colors, the leaves. It just kind of rings home to me, our nature, and yeah, I love this one. So that's my favorite painting.
This one I love, and that one over there. I love that one over there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Finally, we hear from the artist in his own words.
Yeah, so good evening. This is, my name is Ilyas Nasir. I'm a painter. I do other things as well, but this is an exhibition of some new paintings of mine. And it's a theme which is called the Return series. So it's a series of paintings on the theme of return and what return means to me personally and what return can mean to other people based on their understanding of this idea of return. So I have tonight at the Old Mill Cultural Center 9 paintings displayed. These paintings were made between 2021 and 2026. So they're fairly recent works. Some of them were done here in Dominica, some of them done abroad in Saudi Arabia where I've lived for 20 years. So I hope that the visitors to this exhibition will take home some, at least maybe see something a little bit different and be inspired to look at art in a maybe different manner that they've been accustomed to looking at art in the past. So thank you for coming by.
And now enjoy a few of the pieces on display at the exhibition, which formed part of Domfesta 2026 activities. The Dominican Library and Information Service will observe Library Week 2026 from May 18th to May 23rd under the theme Empowering Communities Through Knowledge, Culture, and Innovation. Library Week is an annual observance aimed at highlighting the important role libraries play in education, literacy, cultural preservation, and community development. This year's activities will focus on promoting reading, lifelong learning, creativity, and greater public appreciation for library services throughout Dominica. Let's hear from Chief Librarian Renita Charles.
A pleasant good day to all. I am Renita Charles, Chief Librarian, and I'm pleased to invite you to participate in Library Week 2026. Which will be observed from May 18th to May 23rd, 2026 under the theme, Empowering Communities Through Knowledge, Culture, and Innovation. Library Week is an important national observance that highlights the vital role libraries and archives play in education, literacy development, research, cultural preservation, and lifelong learning. Across Dominica, our public libraries, the National Documentation Center, and the National Archives continue to serve as centers of information, creativity, and community engagement. The official opening ceremony for Library Week 2026 will bring together educators, students, community partners, and members of the public as we celebrate the value of knowledge and learning within our society.
Finally, in local news, a call for more organizations catering to the needs of men emerged as a common theme on Saturday at the Boys to Men Leo Club Men's Health Symposium. Mental health advocate and psychologist Lester Guy, speaking on the positive impact of women on men's health, drew from history, culture, and socialization as he encouraged men and boys to prioritize their mental health and seek support when needed, especially in intimate relationships.
All of those love that we are talking about, these different tentacles of love, will determine how that young man appreciates love, if it's from a negative, if there's even negative love, or from a positive point of view. We're beginning to go chess. We're seeing ourselves differently. I can talk to a girl and she likes me. And then now, when we are young adults, we get into relationships. We go off to study. We meet people from all over the world. When I studied in Mexico, you meet people from all aspects of the world. And you realize culture changes.
Second panelist at the Men's Health Symposium, Prison Officer Nia Winston, stressed the need for communities to rethink attitudes towards young men, especially as it relates to dealing with traumatic and emotional experiences.
I'm sure somebody you can remember maybe running as a young man, toddler, fall long, and you start to cry and everybody's like, oh, shut up, you're a young man, what are you crying for? Somebody have experienced that here. I'm sure somebody have experienced maybe going out with your friends to play and you got a little conflict and then more or less the support you got was to go and hit them back, was to hold a grudge. I think our society has not done us right in considering the way they cherish or they cradle young women compared to young men.
Chief Cultural Officer and musician Ilson Matthew, who spoke on the role of culture in men's health, shared his personal story of how music transformed his life and encouraged men to explore the arts as a positive outlet.
And they are now gainfully engaged with playing music, being artists and so on. So even if you look at it from that angle, then you can see the positivity behind it. So as long as we remain positively occupied, we are building a positive society, and it's up to us to build this society. We cannot depend always on leaders and decision makers to dictate what society becomes. We have to play our part in that process as well and become those rounded individuals that we want to see society become. So that's my contribution today. I tried not to make it all about music, but at the end of the day, that is who I am. I cannot run from it. And that is what the focus will always be, because that is who I will always be. So I was able to speak from the heart.
The Boys to Men and Leo Club extended gratitude to all those who assisted in making the symposium a success, especially to the valued sponsors and partners. The organizations look forward to the public support at future events. Stay tuned for original news coming up next.
Across our Caribbean, we're going digital, working smarter and living safer online.
In Dominica, we don't fall for fake prizes. We check before we click.
In Grenada, we verify before we share, keeping our hard-earned money safe from hackers.
In St. Lucia, we report cyberbullying, protecting our children and each other.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we report scams fast, protecting our neighbors and our communities.
Together, we're building a cyber-smart Caribbean, keeping our people and our data safe, standing up to scams and cybercrime. We stay connected, but always alert. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think CARD TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
In regional news, The Spice Excellence Awards held in New York brought together members of the Grenadian community for an evening dedicated to celebrating excellence, achievement, and service. During the ceremony, 12 outstanding Grenadians were recognized for their contributions, accomplishments, and commitment to excellence in their respective fields. The event showcased the positive impact Grenadians continue to make both at home and throughout the diaspora. The awards also served as a celebration of Grenadian pride, resilience, and success, while inspiring others through the achievements of the honorees. Congratulations are extended to all awardees for continuing to represent Grenadian excellence with pride and distinction. And on to news from St. Kitts. In a major step toward improving healthcare access in St. Kitts and Nevis, the government has officially launched new digital insurance cards for public servants, delivering on a promise to make healthcare more accessible, affordable, and dignified. The Digital Insurance Cards program is expected to benefit approximately 8,500 public servants, allowing them to access real-time healthcare services by simply swiping their card and paying only their co-payment. Speaking at the launch, officials noted that for years, many public servants faced challenges with upfront medical expenses, reimbursement paperwork, and delays in receiving assistance. The new digital system is expected to significantly reduce those burdens and streamline healthcare access. The launch marks another step in the modernization of healthcare services in St. Kitts and Nevis, while aiming to improve the overall experience for public servants seeking medical care. And finally, in regional news, we move to St. Lucia. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has reaffirmed St. Lucia's growing diplomatic ties with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia following an official visit by Saudi Ambassador, His Excellency Abdullah Mohammed Al Sahani. The ambassador's visit formed part of a regional diplomatic mission across 7 Caribbean countries under the jurisdiction of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Caracas, Venezuela. During high-level discussions held on May 14th, Prime Minister Pierre and Ambassador Al-Sahani focused on strengthening bilateral relations and advancing cooperation between St. Lucia and Saudi Arabia. The talks highlighted the strong and expanding partnership between the two nations, particularly in the area of national development. Saudi Arabia was recognized for its important role in providing development financing for the reconstruction of St. Jude Hospital, one of St. Lucia's major healthcare projects. As part of his visit, Ambassador Al-Sahani also toured the St. Jude Hospital facility. The visit reflects a continued commitment of both countries to deepening diplomatic engagement and strengthening cooperation in support of St. Lucia's national development priorities. And that's all for regional news. Stay tuned. International stories coming up. And first up in international news, health officials are closely monitoring a growing Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda after the World Health Organization declared the situation a public health emergency of international concern. According to international reports, the outbreak involves the rare Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, for which there is currently no approved vaccine or specific treatment. Health authorities have reported more than 300 suspected cases and at least 80 deaths in the affected regions. The outbreak is centered in Ituri province in eastern Congo, with confirmed cases also reported in Uganda. Officials say the virus may have circulated undetected for several weeks before being identified, increasing concerns about wider regional spread. The United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has activated its emergency response operation and is assisting with the evacuation of several Americans who may have been exposed to the virus in Congo. Officials stress that the current risk to the general public outside the affected regions remains low. Ebola is a severe disease spread through direct contact with infected bodily fluids. Symptoms often include fever, weakness, muscle pain, vomiting, diarrhea, and in severe cases, bleeding. Health agencies continue to emphasize early detection, isolation, contact tracing, and strict infection control measures to contain the outbreak. And finally, in international news, authorities in the Maldives have confirmed that the bodies of 4 missing Italian divers who disappeared during a cave diving expedition last week have been located deep inside an underwater cave system in the Vavu atoll. The tragic incident claimed the lives of 5 Italian divers after the group entered the maze-like underwater caves on Thursday. One diver, instructor Gianluca Benedetti, was found near the entrance shortly after the incident, while the remaining 4 bodies were discovered Monday during a multinational recovery mission. The victims were identified as Monica Malta-Falcon, an ecology professor at the University of Genoa, her daughter Georgia Sommerkal, marine biologist Federico Guattieri, and researcher Muriel Odenino. Recovery operations are expected to continue over the coming days. The dangerous recovery effort also claimed the life of senior Maldivian military diver Sergeant Mohamed Mahdi, who reportedly died from complications linked to decompression sickness during the rescue mission on Saturday. He is being remembered as one of the country's most experienced divers. This cave system is extremely hazardous, featuring strong currents, narrow passageways, pitch-black conditions, and depths reaching nearly 70 meters below the surface. Investigators are also examining whether the dive exceeded legal depth limits for recreational diving in the Maldives. The tragedy has shocked both the Maldives and Italy, with authorities from both countries continuing to coordinate recovery and investigation efforts. And that's it for international news. We'll be right back with sports.
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
And first up in sports news, the Paybush Sports Club Basketball League officially tipped off on Sunday at the Paybush Resource Center Hadcourt, attracting a strong turnout of basketball supporters and sports enthusiasts from across the community. 2 exciting matches were played during the opening night of the league. In the first game, Hawks defeated Earl Electrical's Original with a final score of 66-55 after an intense contest on the court. In the second matchup, Sharks secured a 58-42 victory over Portsmouth Pacers, delivering an energetic performance to the delight of fans in attendance. The league opener created an exciting atmosphere filled with music, food, drinks, and vibrant community support as basketball lovers gathered to celebrate the sport and cheer on their favorite teams. Organizers expressed satisfaction with the large turnout and competitive spirit displayed by the teams, noting that the league is expected to continue bringing excitement and positive engagement to the Paybush community. Parliamentary representative for the Paybush constituency, Honorable Akea Joseph, and former PAL rep, Honorable Roslyn Paul, were present for the basketball action on Sunday. They gave brief remarks to EmoNews.
First of all, I want to thank the organizers, the Sports Basketball Committee, for once again organizing the second edition, the second league for this year. And I encourage you, the players, to display positive team spirit, enjoy, sports allows for career development, discipline, leadership, your own health and well-being. And such a league brings the community together. People's community love to come together, whether it's for sports, whether it's for culture, whether it's just for the community being together. So we will be here Sunday after Sunday, you can count on that. And we expect to see a challenging game as usual. I know you all are good basketball players, so we ask for God's strength, God's mercy, His compassion, and good weather and a good league. I encourage you, Godspeed, everyone.
Right, so I just want to say good luck to all of the teams. Thank you for participating. Thank you for always showing up. To the supporters who are always there, thank you very much for showing your support to our sponsors, our partners, our stakeholders, and all of the people who support this league. I'm sure that it will be a very exciting next couple of Sundays. I look forward to seeing everyone show up, and I wish all the teams all the best, but may the best team win at the end. Thank you very much.
Yes.
The FRS Express des Îles and Morancy & Sons Knockout Domino League officially came to a close last evening in Peebush, following an exciting championship showdown. In the final match, Eclipse emerged victorious with a score of 3,015, defeating Brigady Stars, who finished with 2,452 points. Speaking briefly with EmoNews, Delvin Esprit reflected on the success of the competition and congratulated all participating teams for their sportsmanship and competitive spirit throughout the league.
Okay, as we are witnessing the final game 2 of the FRX Express des Îles and Morancy & Sons Knockout Domino competition. The first match was played on Friday night. Brigady won by 652 points. So today we have the second match, and as you can see, a very exciting match going on in Peebush. Eclipse is up by about 300 points, but a very tough match, and as you can see, the excitement always there. But that is the FRS Express des Îles and Morancy & Sons Knockout Domino final. That's the last match for the competition.
What's the tournament price?
Well, the tournament prize, the first prize, and so we get a trip to either Guadeloupe or St. Lucia, and then the second prize getting $1,500. So everything has been arranged already, so the teams really fighting it out. One want to go to St. Lucia, Guadeloupe, and the other one getting $1,500.
As part of the grand prize, the championship team will receive a trip to one of the destinations served by FRS Express des Îles. Congratulations to Eclipse on capturing the title, as well as to all teams and organizers who contributed to the success of the Knockout Domino competition. And now on to football. In Week 4 football action, Double FC maintained their perfect start to the season with another commanding performance at Almond Park. Despite a determined effort from Portsmouth Bombers, Double cruised to a 4-0 victory, with goals coming from Odell Laville, Makoni Roye and Savio Ansem, keeping them firmly at the top of the league standings. Meanwhile, Mighty Avengers earned their first point of the 2026 season after battling to a 1-1 draw with We United at the DFA Technical Center in Stock Farm. Denzel Roberts opened the scoring for Mighty Avengers before Roosevelt Coppell converted from the penalty spot to level the match on Sunday night. The Maho Soccer Strikers also continued their strong run in the league, securing another convincing 4-0 victory over South East at the DFA Technical Center on Friday. Francis Luke was named Player of the Match following his standout performance. And in another exciting encounter, Harlem United edged out Bafa State 3-2 in an entertaining contest. Goals from Odell Francis, Tyrese John Baptiste and Delano Edward sealed the win for Harlem. Delano Edward earned the Player of the Match. And finally, in sports news, The NCCU DCA Premier League continued over the weekend with exciting cricket action across several venues as teams battled for important early points in the competition. Let's hear from PRO Kimaro Itu.
The 2026 National Cooperative Credit Union Dominica Cricket Association two-day Premier League bowled off over the weekend with exciting action across the island. At the Botanic Gardens, the Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union Coles secured a win by default over Nagico Northern Star Sports Club. Meanwhile, at the Geneva Playing Field, the Simon Kalinago Blasters faced off against KFC Summits in an entertaining contest. Winning the toss and electing to bat first, Blasters posted 206 all out in 44.3 overs. Chauvin Dorset led the charge with 67, supported by Dione Roll 53, Joel Durand 40 and Arsenio Fontaine 20. Jason Vidal starred with the ball for Summits, claiming 6 for 53, while Elton Mark supported 3 for 50. In response, Summits were bowled out for 119 in 37.2 overs. Shakim Thomas made 27 not out, Jason Vidal added 23 and Stephen Pascal contributed 22. Gillan Tyson led the Blasters' attack with 4 for 31, while Chauvin Dorset took 2 for 2 and Joel Durand 2 for 11. Arsenio Fontaine and Darren Toussaint chipped in with a wicket each. Holding a first innings lead of 87, Blasters declared their second innings on 171 for 5 after 23.3 overs. Darren Toussaint struck an aggressive 85, while Akan Edwards added 35. Jason Vidal again impressed with 2 for 48, while Ethan Doctrove, Elton Mark and Stephen Pascal each picked up a wicket. Set 259 runs for victory. Summits closed on 137 for 4 as the match ended in a draw, with Blasters securing first inning points. Stephen Pascal top scored with 64 and Shakim Thomas added 21. Gian Benjamin picked up 2 for 27, while Joel Durand and Darren Toussaint took a wicket each. Matches continue Saturday 23rd and Sunday 24th May across Dominica. Stay tuned for more action from the National Cooperative Credit Union Dominica Cricket Association Premier League.
Good day to you. This is the weather broadcast from the Met Studio at Jimit for today, May 18th, 2026. We're starting off today with service analysis, and unstable weather conditions have been affecting Dominica from since last night. This is a result of a few factors. We are experiencing breezy conditions, which is causing low-level clouds and moisture to pile up across the area. Additionally, just to the east, there is a low-level trough providing some instability. And there is also an upper-level trough in the Caribbean Sea, and that westerly upper-level flow is providing some support and enhancement to those low-level clouds moving across the area. Just to the east, near 57 degrees west and south of 15 degrees north, we find the axis of a tropical wave now affecting the Guianas, and off to the east, in the eastern tropical Atlantic, we find the axis of another tropical wave near 21 degrees west. We will continue to monitor the progress of these waves as they move across the Atlantic. Moving on now to our satellite imagery, we find quite a bit of clouds across the Lesser Antilles today. The majority of this is high-level clouds as a result of that westerly upper-level flow, with some low-level cloud patches moving easterly across the area. And as we zoom in closer to home across Dominica, we find that quite a bit of low-level clouds were observed during the early hours of the morning, and as the morning progressed, some of that diminished or decreased, and most of the clouds across the sky is this fine upper-level clouds streaking from southwest to northeast across the island. And as we move on now to radar imagery, it indicated scattered showers from overnight into the early hours of the morning. By 8:39, we had a reduction in shower activity with just some isolated showers being indicated across the area. No significant showers throughout the morning. And in some parts of the island, you are experiencing some slight Saharan dust. We can see some pulses, those yellow areas Approaching the Lesser Antilles, we expect the concentration to increase by Wednesday, particularly of this fine particulate matter, which can be hazardous to those of you with respiratory sensitivities. So do take necessary precautions to avoid complications over the coming days. So during the course of the afternoon, we do expect an increase in low-level moisture across the island, and this is expected to persist into night, resulting in mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers. Temperature expected to be down to about 23 degrees Celsius in our coastal communities and 21 degrees Celsius in the interior. This is likely to persist into tomorrow, particularly during the morning. Most cloudy skies with scattered showers, some slight dust seas as well. Temperature expected to peak up to 33 degrees Celsius in coastal communities, or on the west coast rather, 30 degrees along the east coast and 27 degrees in the interior. Those of you in areas which are prone to ponding in particular on your roads, low-lying bridges, areas prone to landslides or falling rocks, will continue to exercise some caution later tonight and into tomorrow. So looking ahead, by Wednesday, we do expect relatively drier conditions, partly cloudy to cloudy skies, anticipated with just a few showers, slightly hazy. And by Thursday, we do expect a slight uptick again in moisture, resulting in partly cloudy to cloudy skies with some scattered showers. Temperature expected to remain breezy, near about 35 kilometers per hour, slightly higher, gusting in elevated areas, sort of probably tempering that heat up, because do anticipate temperatures to peak to about 33 degrees Celsius, but those breezy conditions could temper the temperature a bit. Today, along the East Coast, we are experiencing seas, moderate seas, with waves peaking to about 2.5 meters or 8 feet. We do expect this to persist into Thursday, and so we do have a yellow advisory or low threat. So small craft operators and sea bathers do continue to exercise caution if you're venturing out to sea. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:35 a.m. and will set at 6:28 p.m. The first high tide tomorrow will be at 3:44 a.m. and the first low tide at 11:06 a.m. Remember that we are fast approaching the hurricane season. To continue to plan and to prepare, you can join us in our WhatsApp channel for updated information, or visit our Facebook or Instagram platforms at Dominica Met. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time.
This has been Emo Nightly News for May 18th, 2026. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin. I'll be back with you tomorrow evening as we look at the stories impacting Dominica and the wider world. See you then.